So, welcome here today to this breathwork practice, which will support to introduce you to breathwork practices in general, but also awaken the feminine energy known as Shakti in the body. Let's start with a short opening, rubbing the hands together and bringing the palms over the heart. Let's take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Notice how it feels to hold the breath. Open the mouth, exhale, release. Another deep breath in. Notice where it is filled as you draw the breath into the body, as it moves and changes as you hold the breath. Open the mouth, exhale, release. One more deep breath in. Hold for a moment. Exhale, release. One round of Om. Let the breath wash over the vocal cords. Om. And bow down and feel into your breath and your body and create an intention. Why are you practicing breathwork? What is drawing you to do these practices? And make it really clear. When your intention is clear, it will manifest in your life. Perhaps you want a full breath, health in your body, a strong immune system. Maybe you want to rest and relax or awaken your own energy body. Let's now rub the hands through the breasts, chest area, the rib cage, down into the lower abdomen and belly and into the lower back. And we'll be focusing our first breath practice, the 3-part breath, on this whole region. So kind of taking a minute to give a little shake, get it a little bit loose. If you're somebody who has a really hard abdomen, I used to, I don't anymore. Just squeeze it, soften it. If you can feel tightness in your rib cage or even into your neck, take a moment to really massage and stretch. And then if you have a couple of pillows, you'll notice that I've put these here. You might be a lot more professional than me and have a whole bolster. Great, lucky you. We lie over either the bolster or a couple of cushions, because in this first breath practice, I want you to open up through the chest. Now the legs can be extended, they can be crossed, or you can draw the heels in. I like to just keep them nice and neutral and the hips neutral. 3-part breath, we bring the hands onto the belly. And as you inhale, I'd like you to almost push the belly out so that you can feel it rise and fall. On this first breath practice, we deepen the breath. We bring brain chemistry into the body so that we can start to create flexibility in our breath and fullness in our breath, and a conscious attitude to what is normally an automated function. We usually breathe without having to think about it. Today we make it conscious, and this breath practice can be really a good one for slowing the nervous system down. If it's the first time you're doing a 3-part breath or a deep belly breath, it can feel really clunky, sometimes even painful. But know with time and practice it will shift. Let's take a few more breaths to simply focus on expanding the belly on the inhale, almost exaggerating it and letting it drop to the spine on the exhale. Inhale, expand. Exhale, draw it in. Another like this. And let it drop. The next round, we'll inhale first into the belly, then move the hands up into the side ribs and see if you can breathe a little more into the side ribs. It's okay if the belly drops a little, it's fine. Then we'll exhale and consciously try and exhale first from the ribs, then from the belly. Try it again. Inhale, belly, then ribs. See if you can feel it with your hands. Exhale, ribs, then belly. Inhale, belly, expand the ribs. Exhale, ribs, and belly. Third part of this breath practice. Inhale, belly, then ribs. Then breathe a little more so that you can feel it in the collarbones or high up in the chest. And then exhale, collarbones first, then ribs, then belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, collarbones. Exhale, collarbones, ribs, and belly. And for the next couple of rounds, use your hands to get that brain chemistry, drawing in and feeling the movement. And it might be a little harder to work with the exhale that draws from the top all the way down. But that's okay, we're exploring today. Inhale, belly, ribs and collarbones. Exhale, collarbones, ribs, belly. And do 3 more rounds now. Option to release the hands. And see if you can really feel and sense your whole body expanding as if you were an empty vessel being filled with the breath from the bottom up. And like a jug of water, you empty from the top down. Explore it. It's not about perfection, it's about feeling. Creating new synapses in the brain. Depth in your breath. Awareness throughout the day of your breath. Another final complete round of the 3-part breath. And then come back into your normal breath for a few rounds. And notice how that feels and how your body feels after breathing fully and deeply for a few minutes. We roll up into a seat, and you can remove your cushions if you like. The next breath practice awakens a little the feminine energy and is a cleansing breath. You can sit cross-legged or back on the heels if that's comfortable for you, and take the knees wide. The first round I'll demonstrate. We take the fingertips out in front, long spine, and take a full breath in the nose. Emptying out of the mouth as we fold forward. Then we take sips of breath, pulse at the pelvic floor, and lift the body. So we sip, pulse and rise. Sip, pulse and rise. Sip, pulse and rise. You've kind of got to budget your breath. Sip, pulse and rise. It might take about 4 breaths to get to the top. And then we pulse, holding the breath, pulse at the pelvic floor. Then we drop the head back and release the breath out of the mouth. I'll guide you through it. Fingertips out in front. Long breath, long spine through the nose. Exhale, release out of the mouth. Empty, empty. Now inhale, sip, lift, rise. Sip, lift at the root and rise. Sip, lift and rise. Sip, lift and rise. Now hold the breath and pulse, 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 and hold that pulse at the root, at the pelvic floor. Then let it go. Drop the head back. Release. Round 2. Inhale. Exhale to empty.
Inhale, pulse, lift and rise. Pulse, lift and rise. Pulse, lift and rise. Pulse, lift and rise. Hold the breath. Pulse, pulse. Almost like you're siphoning earth energy up your body or lifting pleasure energy all the way up through the spine. Hold it for a moment. Drop the head back. Let it all go. Release. One more round. Fingertips out in front. Deep breath in the nose. Exhale, empty. Inhale. Pulse, lift, rise. Pulse, lift, rise. Pulse, lift, rise. Pulse, lift, hold. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Lift at the root, create strength at the pelvic floor, then let it go. Drop the head back. Bring the head and body up to center. And take a few moments here to feel, what have you awakened in your body through the breath? The beauty of the breath is that there are so many techniques and they each can create a different state of consciousness, from relaxed to sexy to alive to transcendent. What do you feel after that breath practice? And then make your way into any comfortable seat. You might even like to rest against something. Our final breath practice is one that is both a transcendent practice that can take you into really deep void states or meditative states, or it can really activate a sense of aliveness in your body. It's called Bastrika. Now, if you have any high blood pressure, issues in your eyes, or any reason such as pregnancy or kind of concern about your health in doing a strong breath practice, then pause here, finish the practice, and maybe at some other stage you'll be able to do it. If you feel lightheaded, don't hold your breath or just take it easy. We bring the hands onto the knees and take a strong inhale and strong exhale out of the nose using the whole body. It's long, strong, and full. We're only going to do 6 rounds of this breath. I'll demonstrate it for you. So it doesn't look pretty. Hopefully no one's around and you can really get into this practice. We'll just do 6 rounds of this breath. The option will be to hold at the very end. Now, if you feel lightheaded, don't hold the breath, please. Listen to your body. Take it easy. You can do this practice as many times as you need to in the coming days and weeks, and all of these practices will become more familiar to you. Let's begin. Deep breath in and out. Final breath. Option to inhale and hold. If you feel lightheaded, open the eyes, release the breath. Maybe you can feel a heat, a pulsing, lights in the eyes, Shakti moving through your body, a state of void in the mind, tingling in the arms and hands. When you're ready, exhale, release the retention, and come back into a full and spontaneous breath. And take a few moments to sense what you've created through pranayama today. The power of your breath to create not only rest and relaxation, but also amplifying pleasure, awakening you to your vitality or transcendent states.
Acknowledge the power of your own breath to shift and change your mood. You probably feel different at the end of this practice than what you did at the start. And if you didn't, that's okay, it's all welcome. We seal by bringing the hands to prayer and taking one round of Om. Om. Bowing to the power of our breath to awaken our life force, that chi, that prana that runs through us all day, every day. To that in ourselves that we see in those around us, we bow and say namaste.